Hello, everyone. This is Dave here at Moonride, and today we're going to channel on Paul Manafort. I'd be interested to know about his case, which is closing up right now, but also what are the implications of this case? What will happen next? Let's see what the man in the moon has to say. Okay. Seeing a courtroom here. Wow, is it packed with reporters? Hmm. Jury's coming in. Jury's looking down. They're not looking at him. Manafort's starting to figure out what that means. Hmm. Something happened with the jury. Something weird happened with that jury. I don't know what, but something weird. There was like one outlier guy, and something weird happened with him. And I think that one of the people actually on the jury was a very super conservative, very biased person. He actually shows up as the vice president. But did they get rid of him? Yeah, he got kind of cut out of the picture. And the people who are on the jury, let's just look at each of them and see. They keep going like this. So they keep showing me, is everybody going to put their thumb down? Yeah, I'm just getting anybody who had any kind of question about whether this guy's guilty or not is guilty. I mean, they pretty much have come to this conclusion that he's guilty. Let's look at the judge. Judges, he gave airtime to both sides. He was not a progressive person at all. He was completely, quite a mixed bag as a human. In one way, this is interesting because this event sort of it almost showed him what's really going on and where his values really are in correspondence to if you're going to be a just person, you got to pretty much find this guy guilty. It's not time yet um, for the sentencing because he's going to appeal. How is that going to go? No luck on the appeal. Let me ask again. Will he be able to appeal this? It's just like there's nothing to appeal. There's no like what would you appeal? There's no material here that I no way that I misdirected anything. Yeah, all the judges, there's a bunch of judges going like this. Interestingly enough, one of them looks like Sotomayor. Hmm. And she's just like, no way. But she's like, maybe she's just like sort of the liberal judge as opposed to the conservative judge as opposed to the middle judge. And all of them are going, he's done. What are the implications of this? What will this mean? Trump is going to hit the roof when this happens because he knows he's guilty and he's pretty much, Manafort's trial is symbolic of Trump. He is Trump in a sense. They're the same person in a way. It's just a perfect example of his trial. And it's an example of how political as you'd like to be, justice is justice. Even though that judge was not particularly favored to the prosecution, the laws are the laws. There's nothing we can do about it. And he's just going to rage and rage and rage. Like, I literally see him hitting the roof of the White House. Like, well, anything else that we need to know? And all the people around him are also noticing, wow, Trump's really agitated right now. Wonder why? What's in it for me that I'm staying here in this office with this crazy person? And, if he's going to go to prison, what does that mean for me? I'm a witness to a lot of stuff that he's done. Am I going to, at the very least, am I going to spend $1 million on a lawyer to explain my way out of this? I participated in this, I could be like, they're starting to think this could all change on a dime and we could all be facing prison time. I mean, every single one of those people, is going to be compelled to go to court and testify and say what they knew and saw, and all their dirty laundry is going to get aired. Like, you land on Peter Strzok for sending a text message. Well, what have you done? How many text messages have each of you sent? Honey, Amorosa is coming up. And she's getting her revenge. She's like, yep, She'll be glad when her coworkers face the truth, and General Kelly faces his accusers. He's not happy about this either. And that's important. The fact that Kelly thinks that this is a loser of a situation makes him consider, what the heck am I doing here? I'm now going to be implicated because of this. Why am I here? What? And now the president's raging again and acting like a child. He's just shaking his head like, I can't be this guy's babysitter forever. Mm-hmm. You know what? I crazy though Kelly is, I'm not his biggest fan. But Kelly is one of the people who's hidden the button from Trump, and that's why Kelly's there. He's just like, look, I'm just there to run interference in case he figures out where the nuclear button is. I'm one of those people that hid the key. And he is, in some sense, patriotic. He is, in some sense, saying, I am willing to die for this, and I'm willing to sacrifice myself for this. This is going to be humiliating for me as well. But, yeah, I'm actually willing to go there. Any other implications that we need to know about this trial? We're going to hear a lot more about Manafort and the things that he did. Will Manafort flip? Yeah. Okay, so here's water, and I see Manafort's head just kind of coming above the water. And just to keep himself above water, I think he might flip. Let's ask again. Is he going to flip? Yeah, I think he might flip. This might be that final. This is the signal. There's no way out of this. You got to go tell the truth. Otherwise, you'll never see your kids again outside of prison. Yep, I swear Manafort's going to flip. I just saw him jump this wall. I mean, it looked like a prison wall, which doesn't mean he's going to escape. He's just going to try to get out of as much prison time as he can. Let's look at Manafort's head. What's going on in there? Well, he plays this game the way he's always played this game. Let's see what I can get out of it. We'll go to this trial, see if Trump shows up with some money. Maybe Trump tries to nullify my conviction or something like that. But he's like, look, I played this. He's like, I got no more money at the crap table. I played it all out. This is the answer. Now we're done. There is no other decision for me other than to go state's evidence. I will get nothing out of supporting Trump any further, even if Trump is able to, get out of jail free card. That's not going to matter with the Southern District of New York. It's a financial crime. Is that right? Yeah, he won't be able to escape that one. So, in a sense, it looks like this was perfectly positioned by Mueller. Anything else that we need to know for him? Yeah, just desserts. This guy's a creep. We all know that terrible things that he did. How many people are dead across this planet because so that he could make some money for himself? He's just the perfect example of the disgusting mafioso that are hired by. Oh, I'm just sickened by what I'm seeing of this person. Just complete selfishness, just a total vapid person. We're all out for ourselves on some level. Everybody's got to think of themselves, but it's different when you're willing to overlook the deaths of societies, the deaths of individuals, child soldiers. Those are the kind of things that he overlooked just for himself. He's a perfect example of the total cynical person. He cares only about tomorrow's money, and he doesn't care what happens to others. We might work for ourselves. Everybody needs to do that. But that doesn't mean we work only for ourselves. Yeah, he just cares nothing for justice. He deserves everything that he gets. And he's going to sing like a little songbird because that's what is in his interests. It's just a great example of when you hire totally selfish, self-interested people, as Trump has done, this is how they come back to haunt you. Every single one of them. From Omarosa to anyone else, this is how it comes back to you. And it's going to keep coming back to you, Donald. It's just going to keep coming back. There's a reason we don't hire criminals for our government. There is a reason we don't. And one of those reasons is just a self-interested reason, is that there is no honor among those people. Yeah, they'd stamp out anybody in their way. They couldn't care less about ethics or morality. It's just this sickness of self-service. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything else for Manafort? Okay, now he's smiling at me. Why are you smiling? He still doesn't care. None of this experience has made any difference in his psyche and who he is. He has no remorse. He couldn't care less. He's just out for himself. As people die, he smiles. As people around him die, as he causes horrible, horrible things to happen, he just smiles and smiles and smiles. As long as he's got a new suit and he looks good and he can get lucky, that's all he cares about. Mm-hmm. And now he's getting some justice himself. Well, it's about time. All right, and on that note, thanks for watching.